Welcome to Learn Medical Spanish. Today I'm going to go over some phrases for an occupational therapist, specifically asking about the home situation and stuff like that. So if you're not an occupational therapist, you can probably still learn a few useful things. And if you know someone who's an OT, go ahead and share this with them as well. So as usual, I'll say the phrases in English first, and then I'll pause and let you think about the translation, and I'll say it in Spanish a couple times. And each time I say it in Spanish, I'll pause so you can say it out loud, so you can get that practice. Because that's probably the best way to practice, is to say the stuff out loud. And shout out to Dave McCombs. He gave me some suggestions about what phrases to use. He is an occupational therapist. I'm not. So I did get some suggestions about what kind of stuff to ask. I'm sure I'll be missing something, but hopefully it's at least useful. All right, so here's the first phrase. First, I have a few questions for you. So think about how to say that in Spanish. First, I have a few questions for you. Primero, tengo algunas preguntas para usted. Primero, tengo algunas preguntas para usted. Do you live with anyone right now? ¿Vive con alguien en este momento? ¿Vive con alguien en este momento? As usual, there's more than one way to say things, so you could say vive con alguien ahora, and that kind of means now, right? Do you live with anyone right now? Or ahorita would be slightly better than ahora, probably. But this is just an alternative way to say it that's pretty clear if you say en este momento. All right, next phrase. Is your house one story or two stories? ¿Su casa es de un piso o de dos pisos? ¿Su casa es de un piso o de dos pisos? Piso means floor, as in like, a level or a story in a building. But another way you could say it is a level, as in nivel. So you could say un nivel o dos niveles. So just an alternative, in case you've heard that before and you were wondering. Both of them make sense. Next phrase. Do you have a walker or cane? ¿Tiene andador o bastón? ¿Tiene andador o bastón? Do you have a wheelchair? ¿Tiene una silla de ruedas? ¿Tiene una silla de ruedas? Does anyone help you get dressed? ¿Alguien le ayuda a vestirse? ¿Alguien le ayuda a vestirse? Quick grammar note. You may remember from high school or whatever, but the reason it's vestirse, it has that S-E on the end, is because it's a reflexive verb. Reflexive verbs are used for things that you do to yourself, basically. So you dress yourself, it's vestirse. If you were dressing someone else, you would not put the S-E on the end because it wouldn't be to yourself anymore. So kind of just watch out for that. Do you drive? Maneja. Maneja. You could also say like maneja carro, like do you drive a car, to be more specific if you wanted to. Are you working? ¿Está trabajando? ¿Está trabajando? An alternative here would be, do you have a job? ¿Tiene un trabajo? ¿Tiene un trabajo? So just different, there's always different ways to say stuff. So that's just another one that I would have considered as well. Does anyone help you bathe? This is going to be another reflexive verb, I believe. So just like we talked about, if you bathe yourself, then it's reflexive. But it's going to say, does anyone help you bathe yourself? It's basically what it's going to mean in Spanish. So here we go. ¿Alguien le ayuda a bañarse? ¿Alguien le ayuda a bañarse? Yeah, so even though someone's helping you, it's still reflexive because it says, does someone help you bathe yourself? It would be like the literal translation from the Spanish there. Okay, next phrase. Do you have a walk-in shower or a tub? So we're trying to find out which one they have, a shower or a tub, like a walk-in shower or a tub. ¿Tiene una ducha a ras de suelo o una tina? ¿Tiene una ducha a ras de suelo o una tina? So you might be able to say ¿Tiene una ducha o una tina? Do you have a shower or a tub? Of course, you can have a shower inside a tub, so that's where you'd have to just pay attention to how they answer and see if they understood what you were getting at. Will anyone be able to help you when you go home? ¿Alguien podrá ayudarle cuando regrese a casa? ¿Alguien podrá ayudarle cuando regrese a casa? Okay, so I'll put a link on YouTube here to some other dialogues, and also to a video that explains my CME course. And of course, if you're on the podcast, you can find lots of the other dialogues and lessons and different things that are on there as well. And if you look at the show notes, there'll be a link to like the text version of this and stuff like that. So hopefully it helps, and I'll see you in the next episode.